Hey everybody, Todd Michael Putnam from Creative Adventure Tables, and today I'm here to want to talk to you about the types of adventures that I run. Adventures usually come in two formats. They're either known as Sandbox type campaigns or railroad campaigns. And a railroad campaign, as probably most of you know, is a campaign where it's like a book campaign where everything is set on rails. The players have very limited options. It's usually a highly detailed world. There's lots of subplots and the characters are fleshed out really well, because the people who wrote the book know exactly where the players are going to go, like it's on a railroad. The other side of the coin is a sandbox, and those are more known for free-form type campaigns where the players can go anywhere they want at any time. They can do anything. At 1 minute they could be sailing with pirates, and the next minute they could be out climbing mountains or teleport to the astral plane or whatever. And so that tends to be more theater of the mind, maybe ultimate dungeon terrain if you can get away with it. Then that would be kind of hard to keep up with. So when the campaigns that I do, of course, you always see they have extreme layouts, lots of details and stuff on them. And so a lot of people think that I must be running a railroad campaign. I don't. I run what I call something completely different. I run what I call a Carnival Cruise campaign. What is a Carnival Cruise campaign? Well, just like in real life, a Carnival Cruise, there's a bunch of different boats that are going into different locations. And when you decide on your vacation, you pick the boat that's going to the location that you want to do. You can have a Carnival Cruise that goes you up to Alaska, one that goes to Yucatan, one that goes to Jamaica. There's cruise ships that go all over the place. And you just pick whichever one you want, and you get on that boat. When you're on that boat, there's all kinds of fun things to do while you're going there. You get to the destination that you paid for, there's fun stuff to do at the destination, and then it brings you back. That's a real life Carnival Cruise. My campaigns are sort of similar in that in the end of each campaign, I ask my players, where do you want to go next? What cruise do you want to buy a ticket to, so to speak? Now they might say, we want to go up to the mountains, we want to go crawl through this particular dungeon, we want to go back to this town, and we want to talk to this particular NPC, because they've got a clue to a mystery that we want to figure out, or we've heard a story about a magic item or something. Whatever they decide, they can pick any cruise that they want in my campaign, whether it's because I've dropped a plot hook there for them to use, or it's literally just something that they want to do. You know what? We want to head out into the wilderness and see what we can find. Okay. Anything they decide is okay. But whatever they decide, that's exactly what I'm going to build for the next campaign. And what that means is they're not limited to what they want to do. They can do whatever they want, but once they choose to do that, that's the campaign, that's the adventure that I'm going to build next. So let's say they decide to go to a town, like the adventure that I've got built right now. They're going to go to a town. Great. So my next session, I come up with the adventure. I build out the town. I create all the detailed NPCs and the plot twists and the stories and whatever combat and exploring and all that kind of stuff. So they get to a highly detailed place. They can do anything they want in this place that they've chosen to do. And then at the end of that session, they're going to get to choose where they want to go again. And if they want to spend more time in this town, they can. If they want to go visit some other portion of the town, they say, we don't want this town, but we want to go to the west side of it or something. Okay, great. I'll build that out for next section. Or if they decide they want to go sailing in the ocean, or they want to go to do some dungeon crawling, it doesn't matter what they decide. I say sure, and then the next session, that's what I'm going to do. And that's the Carnival Cruise style of mission. The players can do anything they want, but whenever they've decided that's what they're going to do, that's what they're going to do until the end of that session, and then they can choose to do something else. So if they decide they want to do something else after that, that's not a problem. The advantages for the players are that wherever they go, they're going to get a highly detailed adventure. There are some dungeon masters who are more than capable of, no matter where they go, there's nothing that the players can throw at them. They can just make up everything in the fly, and they can maybe they've already got a whole world built out, and so they're able to pull from all their notes or whatever and do that. But it's very hard to have a detailed physical campaign with that kind of a situation. As far as, on the other hand, on the theater of the mind stuff, the challenge is, like when you come to combat and things like that, it's a lot harder to know exactly where everything is. A lot of times some players will lose focus because there's nothing for them to pay attention to when it's not their turn. Of course, they should be paying attention to the story, but they may not be. So if things are all built out like they are here, then people are always I tend to notice they're plotting and planning their next move. And so that Carnival Cruise is like a happy medium where the players get the freedom of choice to do whatever they want to do, but at the same time, when they get there, they're going to get this highly detailed world that's going to keep them engaged and keep them excited. Of course, that's at the end of it. I have to bring those characters to life when we're actually playing, and I do my best to do that. But the being able to see the world and stuff is what allows them more easily to plan out their next move and decide where they want to go next and what they want to do within the scope of that session. The advantage for me as a game master is that whatever they decide that they want to do, I know that that's basically the scope of what that next adventure is going to be. I don't have to worry about anything outside of that. This is what they're going to do, and I'm going to focus on making this the best adventure that they can have. It respects my time as a game master because, like most people, I've got a girlfriend, I've got a job, I've got a home to take care of, and other friends and stuff to spend time with. So I'm not trying to do everything all the time. I'm focused on developing and delivering a highly detailed world in this one area that the players said that they're excited that they want to go to. And so that usually ends up creating a world that they're very happy with and that I spent the least amount of time having to actually produce because my brain doesn't get running off of what if they go over here, and what if they go over here, and what if they go over there. Instead, I can just focus on a self-contained adventure in the area that they're happy with. So it respects the game master's time is the advantage of that. It produces a very detailed world for the players, so there's an advantage for it. And it just generally tends to be a very happy medium between the two. So if you have the choice, if somebody asks you, there's a sandbox campaign, there's a railroad, but there's another option in between that you may want to consider that may or may not be right for your campaign, and that's the Carnival Cruise style. And I just wanted to let you know, kind of flesh out what I do and the way that I do it in case it might be useful to you. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. Appreciate you subscribing and liking and letting me know whether or not this is the kind of content that you're looking forward to. And I will see you guys next adventure. Take care. Bye.